my friends, here we go again. Today I show you 2 chords and 1 chord I have never ever shown you in all of my over 800 videos. But I know this chord, but you will see why I haven't played it. It is nice, but there is a reason. But watch, bam. Here we have a great view. I drove already up, completely wet. You see that? All is wet, you know. Completely sweating morning, but here we can watch in. First view here, that are all drove up. Here I came from the last mountain there, down there I live, you know. Yeah, here, they completely down, I all drove up here. And from here, now we drive to Italy. We go back to Italy, you know. But the chord is a little bit before Italy, but I will also play today on Italy. And that is also the reason why I don't play these 2 chords. 1 chord before Brennero chord, that is the name of the chord I've shown you a few times, also last year. And the other chord I've never shown you, it's only possible at summer holidays. But when I go to Italy and I'm only a few minutes away from Italy, you know, from my most lovely chord, Madame chord, I go to Madame chord. But once again, down there is the city. I all drove up. Today are other route. Normally when I drive to Italy, there are 2 routes with bicycle, 4 routes complete. The Autostrada del Brennero, you know, the highway to Italy. The other one is by train. The other one is the old Brennerstraße, the Brenner Street. And that I normally drive, you know, and that is on the other side. There is the bridge, the highest bridge of Europe for 10 years. It was, you know, and on the other side, normally you drive there. And today I drive the Römer Street, you know, what the Romans people built back in the days, you know, from Rome, from Italy. And in that words, you know what I mean, the Römer. I don't know in English the correct version. And today I complete all the route, that is that route, you know. And yeah, so we will see. And I know the route, I've driven a lot of times, you know. But now, first time on the video, and now I go to the chord, we will see us there. And I've forgotten something. When here down is the city, normally we drive on the other mountain there, where the bridge is. You don't see it now good from here, but in these mountains in there we also were, you know. There is relax chord, you know, relax chord, the last chord in there, and you see the snow in the mountains on. From here you have the best view in there, that mountains, only 1 time a year. And yeah, now I go on. Yeah, my friends, I'm on the way, but I want to show you something. I'm on that side, on the Römer Street, you know. And here you see the other side, that you see that? There is the Autostrada del Brennero. I have to watch to my finger on the white view that I see it. And down there is the old Brenner Street, which we normally drive, you know. And there it is better to drive. The bicyclists, the free-time drivers, the adventurers, the tourists, they all drive that street on that side from village to village, because that is more pronounced as the bicycle way. But I tell you, you see, these are all the free-time drivers with e-motors and on and on. The racers, the race bicyclists drive all the Bundesstraße, the Brenner Street. Why? Because there is the famous Ötzi, the Ötztaler Radmarathon. The hardest amateur race in the world was last week. And they have 4 borders. 2 borders we crossed, you know, in Austria, and the other 2 borders in Italy. And they train all there. But I tell you, there the cars are not that fast. And you have 2 tracks, a left and a right one. And here you see, yo, das Ding, haha, geil. I've seen the racer. He was a racer. He made this to us. But you see, there is not that much space. And here also a lot of cars. And here it goes up, down, up, down, up, down. And on the other side, you drive 80% only up, 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 up. Not steep, you know, but it is still to the highest chord of them all, to a border. And it is better, because then you always drive up, 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 you know, 80%, 90% of the whole route, and you sweat, but you always have to do something. And here you drive a hard route all up that you then drive down again. And that is not the best way to do it, because especially when it gets colder, you know. and here is the better route. But here today, you know that you have seen that also, that we have it on video, and you see what I mean, because here the cars can drive much more in the middle because there is no middle line, you know. You see that here, and that is small, and on the other thing you have a real street. Yeah, but that it is. Now we see us at the court, at Cool Court, and you see there in the woods, there I drive up, you know, and on is the Autostrada. These are the only 3 routes to Italy from here to Brennero, you know. The Autostrada, the Brenner Street, and on the left side the Römer Street. This is the oldest. Then was the Brenner Street, and the Autostrada was then. And here we are, you know, with the highest bridge of Europe for 10 years, which they built. That was a masterpiece for the Brenner Autostrada, for the Brenner Highway. And now they build a tunnel all through. That is the longest train tunnel in the world, which they build now, you know. So you have all here famous things. And now we go on. Yeah, my friends, other thing example. Now you see what I mean. Here we have now to drive all down, you know, all down. Here in that small houses village, all down, and then we can drive there on again, you know. That is always this up and down and up and down. And here you see the Autostrada, and that you see the difference on there. It's always a little bit upwards, but the whole time, but not that much, you know. And I tell you, when you drive one time here of course you see a bit more and this and that, better view. But when he goes to driving, drive the other route, you know. I've seen a lot of bicyclists, they came up a bit the same way where I drive, you know, and I changed then. And then they always tell me, boy, it is steep and this and that, you know. And I say, yeah, drive the Brenner Street would be better, you know, especially when I drive to other courts and I see them then. You know, I've heard this often. But now we go on. I have to watch out that I don't waste all my time, because I don't have too much time. You know, I drove both sides all the time, and also Autostrada, but most time always the Brenner Street, you know. It's the most famous one. But I show you here the faces, the traditional faces, which you will in the US not have that for sure. So they've seen us in Innsbruck, you know. Watch now, that is nice. The sculptures, but I have to watch out that no car comes, you know. That is all made of wood, you know. Boah. You see? The Krampus, watch. That is cool, you know. You see? The face. That is the thing. But I have to watch out now because the cars. Then this bicycle I've seen in my city, you know. He was resting. These are the backpackers and tourists, they all drive this route, believe me. And then they are wondering, boy, that is tough, because up, down, yeah. Brenner Street would be better, I tell you. But you see, the old traditional houses, and of course, that style you see not on the other street, you know. But I have to go on now to Cool Court. That is the court, what I show you first. It's a school court, you can enter in. Very nice, you know, small, but very cool. I will show you that. And all of you, once again, watch now. That goes always up, down with curves, you know. And now here's the best example. On there is the Autostrada, the high one, you know, on the bridges. That was also a masterpiece until to the end. There they have the Lueck Bridge, and they rebuilt this all new because it gets old and damaged. It takes now years. But that is the Autostrada. And down there is the Bundesstreet, that is called the Brennerstraße, you know, the Brennero Street, because where we go is Brenner, you know, normally it is Brenner because that was always our country, you know, Tyrol, South Tyrol, and they called it then Brennero and made it Italian from one day to another, you know, and the people who lived at the other side of my federal state, from one day to the other, they were not allowed to speak German and should be Italian, you know. That is a background story. But you see what I mean. There is the Autostrada, the high one, and here the old Brennero Street, the Brennerstraße, you know. And you see that looks almost flat. No, that goes always a little bit up, you know, to 1,300 something. And you see that is the much better route because you drive almost all time straight and only a bit, and here up, down, curves, this, that, you know. And so if you are a little bit experienced with bicycling by cars, take the other route, and you see there are not many cars, you know. That is absolutely cool. And I tell you, we will see this bicycle again. They're always wondering because I come here with a jean, with basketball shoes, backpack, and I drive that easily. Then they watch, what, no motor, what is this guy doing, you know? And they come here like world champions with all functional wear and the click pedals and this and that, you know. But this guy for sure we will see at the Lueg Bridge, you know. There I will cross him again, but we will see. Now I go until to Italy. No, we will not see him because I have to stop at Coolcourt, you know. Yeah, but doesn't matter, we go to Coolcourt now. So another view because not many cars are. Why do I show that? Because I like it that we have it on video, and also we have subscribers who drove these routes that they can imagine a bit, you know, that when they come again that they see something. So here you see good what I mean. Here is no middle line, you know, this one street is not big, so two cars beside is very small, and so the most drive in the middle of the street, and that is not that safe, you know. So here the drive is not that ideal, you know, that's what I told you. And when you watch now, we are higher on to the other side, you know. Of course you have here a better view, you see much more because on the other route you don't see how far it is. From here we will see there is the end, there we have to go, the last point, there it is, you know, come to Italy. But you see now here on is the Autostrada, you know. Wait, I have to watch that you see it exactly where it is. My finger, I hope I have it right now. Oh, I don't see it now. Wait. I have to watch out here on, you know, that there is the Autostrada on there, you see? And on there is the Bundesstraße, Brenner Street. And now tell me, here you can drive almost all straight, you know, and it only goes a little bit upwards, and here up down, curves, this, that. And now tell me, there are not that many cars. Here you can really drive much better, and you have the middle line, you know, so the cars are not coming to one or the other side, and they are not allowed to drive there very fast, you know. So here is much better, and you see that it's more down, so this always goes a little bit up. From sweating it is better because here up down, always one ding, and here you drive almost all with the same, you know. Not in the first one, second, third, in the second one, you know. I have here 3 and behind there, but here in the second one, and you drive all with second one until to the end, you know. And yeah, but we have to come much more. You see, maybe there is a bridge in the last one that we have to cross, and then we go in the last mountain. But that is Italy, and we have to stop a little bit before at Coolcourt, you know, and that it is. So on the Autostrada we have someone who drove there who told me, you know, greetings to Manta, where I got the balls, 3 balls already. And now you can see the Bundesstraße is much nicer to drive with car, more relaxed. And here is the other one. These are the only 3 options, or you go by train, you know. More options you don't have, and that it is, you know. And now let's drive in. One last tip I have for you, you see now in the middle that is on the other side better. So you see, and Italy, you know, end of the mountains, bam, the last mountain there I came from, you know. And now when you want to drive back by bicycle from Italy, do never take this Römer Street. Why? Because you always have to drive up, all up, down, you know. Go to Brenner Street, especially when you drive back to Austria. Why? Now watch, from the last mountain, and now tell me, here is the Brenner Street, you know, and that goes all a little bit down, you know, the whole route 80 to 90% you drive all down, you see that. So when you are finished from on there, from basketball, then you sit on your bicycle, and 80% you only have to roll. You only sit on the bike, enjoy, and drive all down. And here you always have to climb down. And here, bam, 80-90% all goes down until to the end, you know. Very good tip, but all bicyclists drive that street, you know. So when you're not afraid of a bit cars, go the other route, you know. And now I definitely go into cool court. So my friends, from that nice bench I have another tool because I am afraid of height, you know. And now for the camera I will go a few meters, but I really don't like this. But I wanted also to show you that, you know. Now 1, 2, bam, watch now. That is high, you know. And you see, by 80 km/h it is not allowed to walk here, and it is not allowed to drive with bicycle. But you know, I'm scared of height, and I've shown you one time such a tool, and I really don't like this, you know. Then my feet goes flattering, you know, they do like this then. That is really crazy. And then, because when you have fear of height, you know, now we are at that height, but that goes really down. And normally I don't do that, but with the camera a few meters, but I get really dizzy from that, you know. And then you have to go to the ground because I don't like that, you know. Wow, that is really strange, you know. Even if, you know, with the camera I have it a bit easier, also a test for me, but really I don't like this, I tell you that. From here on, only those few meters, wow, it starts that I have to go back. I'm sorry, that is too much to me, that is too much. I cannot do it, you know, even with the camera I cannot do it. It is too much. I have so fear of height, flying, planes, all that stuff, I cannot do it. When I stay here now, there is nothing. But here, only those few meters, no chance. You can give me 100, 200, 300 euros, I would not cross it, no. Don't do it, you know. But I wanted to show you that when you have not a good feeling, what I always told you, then don't do it, you know. And so I don't do it to show you that. It's no problem, you know. And then you go on, go back and go on, you know. That is the thing. And now we drive in. Here, and then you see the height. I've not shown you that. Watch from here. Here you see it better. It goes really down, you know. That is really big down. And here you see also, you know, that is very high. Goes really, so you don't see how far it goes. But all the thing is, you see now the street comes closer, and one time we come together, you know, and then we will enter in, you know. So my friends, now we arrived. We are here. I have to watch that no police comes. Watch. That is the village, and that street I have shown you. One of the most beautiful streets what we have, you know, because they have all the plants here. That is really, really nice. We have to wait. And then we drive into Cool Court. Why Cool Court? Because the people here are all cool. Now you see, that is all with plants. But now, you know, in summer it looks much more beautiful when the sun is there. But you know, there's really a traditional street, you know, which is famous for the beautiness, you know. If you nowadays think it is beauty, I don't know, but I only show you, you know. There it is. You see, we make one round. It's really, really beautiful. And here, that is the most beautiful. The Krone, Hotel Krone, watch now. That is nice, eh? Wow. And here it ends. Here we have to turn back because we have to make the entrance here to our Cool Court. We have to wait. You see, here is the church, and here it ends. We turn here. Wait. We have to wait now. You see many cars. Wait. I have to go that I see. I don't see to the curve if cars are coming or not. You see here a nice little thing, but I would not trust in the water, you know. And it's also a tip from me, what I have learned. And there stands not on drink water, don't drink it, you know. You know what happened to me last year, and since then, before I always drank, never happened something, but normally I don't use such drink things, only where it stands on to drink. So wait, now with the cabrios, you know, the German. Once I've seen here all Porsche, you know, a Spider Porsche. GT3 Spider Porsche. Wow, that was cool. But now we have to cross in. Wait. You see, here is a lot of traffic because this is now the Brenner Street, you know. But here now we can enter in. Perfect. That is cool, you see. And now on the right thing we enter in a little bit up, and then we come to the football field. It's a school court, but you can play it in summer. It is open, you know, most of the time. And now we turn in right. So here is more relaxed. Over the bridge and then up and then left we are. And there's some playing football. You see, it's really cool. It's a nice call, and here all the people are cool, you know. And that is not far that we are then at South Tyrol, you know, or Italy, call it what you want. So a little bit up and now left down, and here we are. We enter in. Normally not a problem, but you know, when you are only that small piece away from Italy, from Madame Court, then I don't play here, you know. And now here we have it. That is the bath. So, and right is the basketball court, a rubber court, you know. And it is cool here, you know. It's really cool. We enter in. Wow. It's a normal players, you know. They don't say something. But it is very cool. So here we are. You see, that is nice. So, servus. So watch now. And at the last point there is an original basketball street ball court, a cool one, you know. Watch, it's really cool here. Very nice. There and here, this court I have never shown you. And then we go to before Brennero court. That is then really the last edge before Italy. And there are also always cool people in. But you know, when you drive the route to Italy, then I save my energy and I don't play here, you know. Then I always go to Madame Court. And so that is why I never show you this court, but today I do it, only a few balls. Also at before Brennero court, the court, you know, and then I go to Italy, of course, you know. For that is the route what I drive, and not to play here. But watch now, that is very cool, or? And you see also in that area, here you can enter in, not like what I shown you the other area where all is closed and rules. No, here and now watch. There it is. A cool court, an original one, you know. And that is why it's called the cool court, because it is really cool, you know. You see? So here we go in. Wait, my bicycle. You see, we have here all in. Hello. And here you see, that is wood. You see? Traditional with a real net. That is an old school court. And also here, the floor is hard. You see, these are the 90s style floors, but it is not straight, you know. But it's this rough one. You see, they have always, or most of the time, such things. And here also, you see, there is a little thing in, and that is wood, you know. From the other side, that is wood. You see, a wooden board. You see from here, you see it better. And then you see how old this construction is, you know, you see that? But it is a cool court, you know. And here you see, you can go in to school, but they rebuild it now, you see. And that is a cool area, you know. Very nice. Yeah, and here we can play for free, you know. But you know, in summer holidays it's open. When the season is, then there you cannot play it, you know, for free. Then there's cool kids and other things in. But now I have a good ball by me. You will wonder, yeah, now comes a rubber ball, or now comes this. No, now this surprise. What ball do I have? The most expensive ones what you get right now on the market. The Evo NXT, the indoor ball. Here I play it here because it's cool, you know, because I want to play in Italy. Wow, that is nice, or watch. That is a cool spot, you know. With the Evo NXT we are here. That is nice. Very cool, huh? Very, very nice. Wow. Yeah, and now we play a few balls here, you see. Tirol. What do we see over here? Do you imagine something? That is nice, you know. But here you see the river. Yeah, and it's really cool. That's why it's called the cool court, you know. And the people are relaxed, no one says something, I've seen that, you know. And that it is. And now a few balls and then we go to before Brennerrow court. Yeah, and you see it's very cool here, really nice to play. That village I was in the 90s, you know, early 90s, middle 90s, late 90s, 2000s. You see, it's really cool made. An original one. Very nice and good to play, you know. And yeah, it's an old court, you know, but still very good playable. Much better than those wobble floors, you know. But today you have to be careful because now in morning it is wet and so you slip a bit, you know. But you see here is a hole, you see that, and under there is the asphalt, and you know they are not that thick, you know. These are the old 90s style courts, you know, and that you feel. Wow, very cool, you know. Clouds are in, but now we go to before Brennerød court, play a few balls there. And then you see also that court, but that was the new court which you have never seen. Really cool, very relaxing, you know. Here that is such a nice atmosphere, you know, with the bridge on there. You see the Autostrada, very nice. But you know, in summer holidays, and what is tomorrow? The school starts again, so it was the last chance now to come here to do it. Yeah, and that was absolutely nice. But now we go to before Brennerød court. So my friends, no, we are not here at before Brennerød court, other court, but I see it from right here because there is another village, you know, the next one, and they had also a basketball court, but a school court. And last year they have, they have put it away, you know, they made all, the complete away, and they built something new. And I see it from here now, I check in now. They built a new building, I think an indoor gymnastic room, but maybe there is also now a basketball court, but I don't believe it. Yeah, because this year I haven't watched it, but last year I wanted to play and then it was away, you know. It was also an orange rubber court. Now we have to wait, you know. E11 before us. That means ich lab, you know. I fool, that means. IL, you know, IL. That is my city, you know, a little bit outside. Innsbruck Land. A landladder. So, I have to drive on. Behind is also a car. So what have they built here? We will check it out. Here this wooden building, you see that? But it looks like it is not open until now, you know. Wow, what are they doing? 1 year. So we drive in. So. Wait. Ah, okay, that is more. Wow. What is that? I see the lights in there. Wow, looks completely other now. Wow. Complete other. Wow. These are school classes now in. Wow, completely other. But you see here it is not finished. But where is a basketball court? No court. Wow, on there maybe. Wow, watch that. Wow, we have to drive a bit there that we see that. You see the cage on there. Wow, I think there is the basketball court now. But I don't see one. Wait, I have to turn that, I see that. Wait. From here. Yeah, that is it. You see that? On there is for sure a court, you know. But they have not, here I see goals, you see? But they have no rings on. So the question is, will they put on rings? Or not, you know? And I see already that you could move up, but now it brings nothing because there are no rings. And it is not allowed. Wow, but it looks cool, you know, when you are on there and could play. But for sure you are not allowed, you know, when they open up, you cannot enter in. That is the new style, you know. The last court what you have seen now, the cool court, these are the old 90s courts. These are the newer ones, you know, so modern. But here you could, wait, I have to watch, wait. Bam. You see, here you could move up, but it's not allowed. I don't think if you come on there. Yeah, but then we know that also. So here, for sure not the public court anymore. But yeah, looks cool, you know, modern, but also with the wood. Yeah, but no free court anymore. Now I drive to the last village before Brennero. That is really a few the last edge, you know. Then you have only the steep part, and then we are at Italy, you know. But I go on now. So my friends, now we arrived at before Brennero court, but now I got a problem. Italy I cannot film because the SD card shows error, and I had luck because normally then all is deleted. And so I only want to make one file. I film all by once now and cut it then. And so I will play at Italy private, but I will tell then something. And here we are. Watch at this. That is the area here, the last edge of before Italy, you know. Watch. You can get them for free, you see, zu verschenken. You can get one, you know, if you want a chair for free, you know, stays between the street, and that is cool, or? So I take one for Italy to sit on. Now there I have a bench. So if you want a chair, come here. And now here we are. I have seen now around 80% of the drivers who drive up are German people. 15% Austrian, few Swiss, all EL, you know. And I've seen one guy from Milano, the only one. But I have seen 4 Ferraris, you know, who came from Italy. 4 Ferraris, you know. Here old Italian, here we are. That is before Brennero court. The young people in, you see. The disc, Germany. And now we enter in, you know, the court where the kids applauded so much. Can you remember that? That was, wow. One time I was in when I had some knee pain, but I think with the kids that was the other time, or yeah. But it's very tough mentally when you know you have to go to the last point then. But we will see. So here we are. Wow, it's tough, you know, to come here with the stations. And so my bicycle. Here we are, you see. Also an original court. Why? Because here you have those big boards behind which you have at no other place. You see that? That is also an original one. You see? But the metal boards, metal rings here, the ball now, you see, the net will not fall out. Here it is over, but it looks also original with that old wooden house, you know. And of course you have lights in here, you know, that is always the point. But here is a place, you can read it, that here also school is in, and that is what happened to me when they have, because here it is fair, they have not much here, it is only that one street and nothing else. And so the school, they come here and play here and have their lesson, the school gymnastic lesson. So we put out our ball. I will throw a few balls, and then really I will not film it in Italy, because when I press the when the kid is coming in hello, when I press the play button or when I stop it, it can happen that it shows error, you know, error. You have to format or formatieren, delete all that it functions again, and then everything is lost. And so I will make it by once, and then I make a private session for me alone at Italy. I will make a photo and show you a few photos, but yeah, I wanted to make a summer edition video, but that is why I have this ball by me, you know, for asphalt on. But I will come again here, but then we will see if it's still warm. But so the chance that all is deleted is too high, so I will only make it this. But will be nice private at Italy, because there normally you say when you have Brennero, you don't say what happens there. There are a lot of people who live there, or not a lot, but much more than here, and there on you have it much easier to come and talk with people. And maybe you see a girl and say, come on, let's play, or you make ring. There the people have no problem to ask, hey, want to come to play basketball, you know. We will see what happens. But now few balls here at the nice court. Wait, and you see it's also the rubber court, but it is a newer cage, you know. But they have also made the hard rubber and not those wobbling soft rubber. So that is what I told you. The ball will not come out, but we have the GoPro with the tripod, so we have no problem. Wait. So Our nice ball. Ah wait, I have to make it hard. Now, 1, 2, yeah. Wow, I have to watch, wait, to that I don't crush my lens, you know. I have to, so then you don't see it, but doesn't matter now. Wait. I have to take on the plastic over the lens, because otherwise we have a scratching, you know. So I make it dark, and then we get out our ball. Without a driver you will have it tough, because here it is much higher, you know. You see that? That is really, really high. So here you cannot jump on easily and take your ball out. But yeah, there you need a, back in the days, you know, here you have stones, but that gets tough. With that small stones to get the ball out is tough, you know. Better you have a bottle, an iced tea bottle, then you can do it easily, you know. But so it is tough. Now wait. Hello. Yeah. So now we have it. You see? There it is. Our nice ball. Would be sad if this ball would be lost in such a thing, you know. But we throw in here a ball. It's also nice. You see the street also an original, you know. That is the last edge before Italy, and now you can know when I only need the last steep part on, that is with bicycle, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you know, around that time, then you don't play here, you know. I don't lose energy here, that I don't have to drive up. You go to Madame Court and those you let out, because normally when you play them by driving down, then there are people in, you know, then there are kids are in. But we play now. Few balls, or one ball, and then I make my private session at Italy. Oh wait. The dry board. Summer friends, you know, and now I will go to Italy because I want to spend my time there. But private, we will see what happens. Maybe I tell you that later, and then we will see. But there, you know, are really cool people. You never know what will happen there, you know. So private session also cool, that I can let the camera away, play for my own, and see what people I meet there, because they're really cool people always. Then yeah, was nice from here. You have seen now before Brennero Court and the Pool Court, and the other one which doesn't exist anymore. We have also those two there. But now I need my energy to drive up, you know, the steepest part of them all now. And then I will tell you and show you photos when I make it with the smartphone. Then we see us. then we see us. Was nice. Until then, bye and ciao.
And I always do it big because I can.